Yep.
Yep, got him on. This week, holy mackerel. We're heading to the Mackerel Islands in Western Australia, where the fishing is insane.
Dirty lemona. This place is described as the Pilbara's fishiest waters.
Oh, yeah. Double hog up.
How good is that?
And you don't have to be a genius to discover why.
Look at that beautiful fish.
But there is only one fish that I'm desperate to catch.
I came to the Mackerel Islands for a mackerel.
The majestic Spanish mackerel.
That's a good mackie, man.
That's an awesome fish.
Nothing compares to the hookup of these high-speed pelagic predators.
Oh.
The screaming run.
How good is that for a mackie? To the mackerel, Dad.
And the bizarre impact these fish have on the toughest anglers in Western Australia. You're watching Fishn With Mates. The Mackerel Islands is located just off the coast of Onslow in the Pilbara region of Western Australia.
To get to the Mackerel Islands, first you've got to get to Onslow. That's a 2-hour trip from Perth by plane. And then it's just a short ride out in a boat to Thevenard Island. From the moment you arrive on Thevenard Island, it's all laid on. You've got beachfront cabins, and you look straight out onto the moorings where your boat's parked. You've got a little shop. This place is absolutely awesome. I'm here. I'm not late. I'm not that late.
No rush, mate, no rush.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
I've teamed up with the boys from Complete Angler in Western Australia, from Nedlands and Rockingham. Now, I tell you what, these boys, this is like a second home in the Mackerel Islands, so they've got the home ground advantage straight away. How good is this, finally, the Mackerel Islands?
Oh, beautiful, mate. Beautiful. We've got some nice weather too. A little bit of breeze this morning, but really nice.
So now, what's the plan for the day?
Plan for today, we've got multiple choice today. We can do pretty much anything we like. Best thing about this place, we can do demersal jigging, we can do casting, we can do trolling. Bit of a mixed bag.
What do you reckon? Start with a troll, have a
I
look
think we'll
around?
start with a troll, mate, have a bit of a look around, see if we can't get a mackerel at the Mackerel Islands.
Do you know what? I reckon there's a good chance of that.
I reckon
Being the switched-on bloke I am.
Just whenever you're ready, guys, put the lures in. We're trawling at 6 knots.
So the technique for trolling for mackerel over here in the west is to run laser pros. They love them. Now, what they do is they run their shallow runners out the back, then they run their super crazy deeps right in close, so they dig down like 6 metres. Throw in a Halco Max on the side, and you are ready for action. There's lots of birds. That activity, isn't it? You know, it's alive out here.
It is. No, the screen's certainly showing fish there, but it's just a matter of getting them on the bite.
So it starts out a bit windy. You know, the wind's howling, but that's not going to stop us.
And it didn't take long before the Stella started singing.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I'll catch this one while you guys just hang over there. And instantly we're on. We've got this scorch and run. Well, I'm going to tell you... Oh, just pulled the hooks on that one. That's the end of that.
That's the end of that.
So finding the fish, that was easy. Staying attached, well, that's another story.
Within seconds, we were on again.
Good bite on that one, eh?
Mate, all right, eh?
And this time, I'm staying attached.
It's got some bloody good head shakes to it.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Shark just got him.
Shark shaking.
But then, a third party gets involved, and the sharks eat it. Still there, he's poor little bugger. I think he's not alone. Oh, there he
I
goes.
just lost him.
He's gone. He's been eating that one. Catching a mackerel's hard enough, but catching it and beating the sharks, well, that's a whole new story. I got the old thud and went, uh-oh. And then there was just wait, and then dink went, oh, no. What do I need to do to catch a fish here?
Sometimes you have to use a bit heavier gear and get them in as quick as possible. Otherwise, yeah, they become dinner. Not for us, unfortunately.
Since you've lost 2 fish already, I got the secret weapon. It's a prototype. They haven't even used it yet. So the boys at Halco had given me one of the new Halco Maxes. It was one of their prototypes. Yummy tuna I've caught on the smaller version of this. Unbelievable. They told me not to lose it, but I couldn't help myself. I put it out, and it paid dividends. Just sitting there, everyone's slowing down. The next thing you know, it is screaming off. And hopefully we're a bit further away from the sharks and stuff, eh?
Don't say that yet.
And we're off the shoals and stuff now, aren't we?
Yeah, we've drifted off the shoals, out in probably a bit of open water.
And you know what I caught? A grey mackerel. Look at that for skill, huh? Who else can hook 'em up the bum? How good is that, huh? You guys impressed with me or what?
I've never seen them get that huge. I mean, look at the size of it. Yeah.
Here's a good
McGlashan
one.
special.
I've battled the big seas and now the big mackerel. So a grey mackerel's good. But you know what? It's not the fish I came here to catch. All right, competition is on. The wind's finally starting to calm down.
Okay, drop.
So it's time to change tactics. So instead of trolling, we're going to do some bottom fishing. You know, just as we drop to the bottom, I should point out that I am one up with that huge mackerel. There's a bit of bite. Oh, whoop, missed that one. And I tell you what, if you want to see variety, drop a bait to the bottom in the Mackerel Islands. This is like a east versus west, isn't it?
That's better. Yes.
You tin ass.
Little baby
How
red.
nice is that? How pretty are they?
How good. What are the colours on that, mate?
Oh, like that?
Well, that's a better one.
Come on, give me a bite on something better. Oh, yeah.
Oh, double hooker.
I know.
Crimson.
Crimson and a... Oh, on fire.
Spangly. Yeah, I thought these were spanglies.
Look, it's probably going to be the biggest fish of the day. I don't think I've caught a Moses perch before. Secret weapon. With all these little pickers, I'm going to try and run a larger circle, see if I can get through them onto something bigger and better. Oh, a bit more weight in this one.
What have you got there, mate? Something...
So the variety of fish keep coming. Spangly, spangly, rankin.
Little rankin.
Look at that. How pretty is this puppy? But then I catch a little rankin cod. And I tell you what, these guys are absolutely beautiful. And unlike many other species that lose their colours as they get bigger, these guys just hold their colours right through their life. Another one for me. So I'm 2 fish up on Phil. Oh, Phil, that might even be size, mate. But now it looks like he's onto a proper one. Come on.
What have we got here? What have we got?
I think you got a shark now. I think you definitely got a shark now.
Coming up, the ultimate torture tackle test. And Phil's bizarre mackerel dance, which sends the reels screaming.
I think you got a shark now. I think you definitely got a shark now.
Oh, that's gold.
You're so cruel, Al.
Complete angler tackle store owner Phil is showing me how he tests his fishing outfits in the Mackerel Islands, shark style.
This is the sort of tackle testing you get to do. And tend to work out which reels are good, what rods are good, and what aren't. Good old Shimano, like the old Stella's pretty hard to beat that.
So when you hook a shark, it's a short-term affair. You hook up, he chews you off, it's all over. You re-rig. But not Phil. He fights them all the way to the boat. But little does he know, they don't count. Hey, mate, well done.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Big fish down there, man.
Big dirty lemon. How do you go? Do you count those? Are we shark fishing?
He did get it to the boat.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd probably give it to him as a charity case. So, well, the pros are down the back. Man, Phil. Phil's dealing with sharks. I'm catching a few fish. Comes on up the front there. Little Tommy, who's not even 21, sneaks up the front. And what does he catch? Great big cobia. Tinnas. Oh, that's a better fish. Cobia are a really cool sport fish. They fight hard, they're a standalone species, so it was kind of cool to see one come aboard, even if I didn't catch it. They are such cool fish, man. Have a look at it.
Awesome looking fish.
I'm glad you're not in the competition, mate. Phil's down re-rigging again, and we're holding up best fish so far. So for a change of pace, we head into Bessery Island, because in the flats there's some good GTs floating around.
Between the two breaks, a lot of bait is held up and there's a lot of bombies. And hopefully that's where the GTs will be.
And it's pretty much in the same area.
So the trick to GT fishing, or the technique I should say, is to get in close, because those GTs, they're patrolling the edges, hunting the bait. Normally where the water's a little bit dirty, where it's clear dirty, cast in there, because that's where they're going to be sitting. And you want a mix of poppers and stick baits and just work the water. Lots of casting. It didn't take long. Now I was expecting to do a few casts. I barely even started casting.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Come on, Phil.
And Phil's on already. That is in the worst possible spot.
A bit of a rock.
Very smaller ones, but there's this little school in there.
I love catching giant trevally, GTs. Well, I love watching other people catch them in this case. Look at that beautiful fish. Because they're such tough fish, you know, they're aggressive bites, and then when you get them, you fight them, you finally get it out to the boat, turns on his side. Awesome fish. Nice work, man, nice work. Look at that.
Look at that, mate.
How good
Nice
is
little
it?
specimen. Geez, they go hard.
Such awesome
They go hard.
creatures.
That was in shallow water, only like a metre or so in there.
They just smash it, don't they? They're such cool creatures. There we go, buddy. Go. Oh,
Off the rock.
look at him go. He's creeping up on me.
Creeping up.
Yeah, you've only got like 372 to go. So while I was still leading the fish count, I was yet to hook up on one of these famous Spanish mackerel. So we tried casting poppers for a while. And I thought I'd take the opportunity to quiz Phil on his strange fishing techniques, which have caused quite a stir on the internet. This mackerel dance, where did it originate?
It actually originated about 20 or 30 k's north of here.
Really? So we're like almost in the home ground.
Yeah.
So the mackerel dance, it doesn't go very long, which is a good thing, because it's kind of a mix between a haka and something with a rooster or other farm animals.
Oh, I've got some real good mates. Real good mates. Got me on a GoPro. I didn't think anything was turned on. Things were a bit quiet. I thought I'd try and liven everyone up a bit. It does seem like there's a rooster in there, but it's more like the fins of the mackerel, you know, when they stand up as they flash through the bait schools. Trying to get in contact with them, basically.
Coming to the Mackerel Islands, there's two things I'm going to come home with. A Spanish mackerel, without fail. And two, I want to see this internet sensation Phil do the mackerel dance in real life. We almost make as much noise as a rooster popper. Even just talking about Phil's bizarre war dance was stirring the fish gods. Instant internet sensation.
Oh, yeah!
I think I got a mackerel.
Mackie. Go, Al.
Come on, Al.
I didn't even see it bite.
This could be it.
Coming up, the variety keeps coming. How good is that? As the hunt for the mighty Spaniard heats up.
Yep.
Yep, got him on. I didn't even see it bite.
This could be it. I just saw it hit.
I just saw it. Just when I thought I'd finally hooked a Spaniard at the Mackerel Islands in Western Australia, bloody tuna. Up comes a long-tailed tuna. I thought that was a bloody mackie. I wanted a bigger mackerel, boys, I tell you, but when you're catching tuna on poppers, that is bloody awesome. So we're back to trolling because it's monster time. We need that monster fish. Going now. Oh, there he is out the back there. I just moved the rod over just so it wasn't in the way of the other one. and it just went bang in my hand. There he is. He looks all right, eh?
He's a good size, I think.
Well, we got monsters, but they were the wrong kind. Oh, there's a shark under him there. Oh, no.
Cuda.
No!
It's a cuda.
And I've still got a shark on it. We got dirty, great barracuda. I came to the Mackerel Islands and I caught a dirty cuda. So barracuda might grow big, but they don't rate here in Australia. They're just big, stinky. They don't really fight much. No one wants them. Look at that. Look at those teeth.
Unreal, isn't it?
Here we go, my little friend. I've come all the way to the Mackerel Islands for a big Spanish mackerel. What do I have to do? We got away from the cuda. And the rod screams, and this is a proper scream and run. I'm like, you ripper, this is a good mackerel.
Okay, I'm going to turn and chase.
Yeah, baby!
Good work, mate. Good work.
Just left hand down a touch there, because I reckon we're going to see him in a minute. It's not a mackerel, it's a yellowfin, but I'll take that. Tuna, is
Tuna.
it? Tuna.
Yellowfin tuna. Good start.
How good is that?
A good start.
Yellowfin master. I love these fish.
Yeah, they're
They
all
go all right, don't they?
And it's on the Max, that's the one we catch them all on back home. This is what I love about the Mackerel Island. You just don't know what you're going to catch next. How good is that?
Good little fatty, isn't it?
What a beautiful little fish.
Cool.
There we go, look at that.
Nice,
I don't
mate.
care where I am, I love catching yellowfin.
Nice little fish.
Best fish in the sea.
There are a lot of bait fish, but there's a lot of good-sized fish in around about the 20-metre mark in the water column here. All through here is very good ground and a lot of fish, so try to go again.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Tommy here. Tommy.
Oh, Phil, would you like this one? Oh, I'll just sit here. I think there's a bite here, mate.
I think that didn't take long, did it?
God, I'm good to you.
Okay, Phil, what is it, mate?
It's a rather small Spaniard, I reckon.
Small Spaniard?
Not a shark?
Maybe a tuna. Put a slightly deeper diving lure on and a couple of shallow ones.
Oh, there's...
The deeper diver's gone. There's a couple of other fish around too.
Oh.
Left hand down.
Hey, nice
Righto.
little mackie, mate. That's all right. That's a better fish, finally. You know that you've caught a mackerel and that means it's the mackerel dance, whatever you say.
Yeah, mate. Can't wait for that.
This is the mackerel dance. That's the mackerel dance. Take note.
Forward,
You're learning?
Let's go again.
So the day is almost over, but I need that Spanish mackerel. I've got to finish off with a Spaniard.
Yep.
Yep, got him on.
Keep going, boy. We might get another one.
Still going. Lose an inch, so he's going. Woohoo! So after Phil got his Spaniard, there was a little bit of envy, you know. I wanted one.
Yep.
Yep, got him on.
Keep going, boy.
And then all of a sudden, the rod just screams off. You know, it's pulling tons of line. Woo! How good is that? He hits that one, or his mate hits that, and then I get the big one on over here. Still going, lose an inch, so he's going. Woohoo! It's hard to explain just how hard they strike. Like these things seriously have some power. When they hit top gear, it's hard to hang on. Slowly gaining, just gaining a bit now. I reckon it's bigger than yours.
I reckon it's bigger than mine too.
Yeah.
Do you want a harness or a gimbal, mate? Is it hurting you?
Nah, man, I'm tough.
Yeah, right.
Us East Coasters, man, built tough. Doing the old, flat stick this way, that way.
Right hand down. This is a good one, mate. This is a bit better.
Come on, be a decent one, be a decent one. I love that run, that scream and run you get. Got colour, and there's nothing brown behind it.
Not yet.
I reckon 8, 10,
7 or 8. 7 or 8.
12, 13.
7 or 8, mate.
Yeah, baby. This is my mackerel. Finally, I've come all the way to the Mackerel Islands for a big Spaniard, and I've got him. They're such fast fish, aren't they? They just go like the clappers.
Adrenaline, mate. Adrenaline.
No wonder they called it the Mackerel Islands when you catch mackerel like this.
We've caught a few now, haven't we?
Oh, what a beautiful fish. Let's get him back in.
Let him grab a few more kilos, eh?
Yep, and he can grow a bit larger. And just when I thought I was going to have the last laugh, tackle store owner and part-time mackerel dancer, Phil, hooks up.
Right on the same spot. Right on the same spot.
You're on, man. And it's a scream and run. This has got to be a good mackerel. Bugger. Woo! Yeah, man.
Yes, Phil. That's a good fish, mate. Good fish.
Is it a fish or a shark?
It's a good bite, though. Exploded across the surface.
I thought it was a good fish when I saw the splash.
We're just pumping him up, mate. That's what it is. So he's fighting it for a while. You know, typical Spaniard run. Screams off, then stops, then comes back, screams off again, finally gets it up, and this is a nice fish. This is what we came to the Mackerel Islands for, except I didn't catch it.
That's an awesome mackie. Good size mac.
That's a good mackie, man.
That's an awesome fish. Well done, Phil.
How good is that for a mackie? Oh,
Caused a bit of trouble, mate. They're not bad at all, are they?
you know, you don't want to go near that end.
Nah, that end is a very, very sharp end, mate.
We came to the Mackerel Islands for these. Let's send him home. Goodbye, mate. How good is that? That's a good fish, man.
That is a good fish, mate, and slimy too.
Now, speaking of slimy, that doesn't get you out of the mackerel dance. Just so we're clear on that, you're still dancing mackerel style.
Well, mate, we'll see.
The Mackerel Islands has lived up to its name. It's remote, it's awesome, and the variety of fish is simply out of this world. And what better way to wrap up my Mackerel Islands adventure than a sunset cruise? Come on, do the mackerel dance. Topped off with a cultural dance, mackerel style.
How do we do it?
Ready?
How good. Oh, that's a...
That's a...
I still won the comp.